Hi, I'm Lisa Anderson, President of LMA Consulting Group and host of Supply Chain Chats. I'm thrilled to be here today to talk about what is going on in the world, what does that mean for the supply chain, and what should we do going forward. So let's start with the Russia-Ukraine war. It continues to rage on. Clearly, it's been an inflationary impact on oil and natural gas prices, but it's far beyond that because oil and natural gas is used in countless products. For example, plastic is derived from oil, and that means that it's used in products ranging from medical devices to toys and equipment, sports equipment, to even food, because food packaging. So it's used in a plethora of items, and that's an inflationary pressure. In addition, Russia and Ukraine produce some key commodities and precious metals that are used in some critical devices, like medical devices, like iPhones. There are some really important products that are getting hung up in the Russia-Ukraine war, if you will. And so that's inflationary, but it's not just that. China has had zero COVID policies in place for most of the year. They've recently gone away from that. However, it has created massive disruption. In essence, their manufacturing facilities have not produced nearly what they produced previously because of the zero COVID policies. So that obviously has created huge disruptions and extended lead times in certain industries. It's not across the board, but it's definitely happening. And then there are the rail strike that was just barely averted. There's conversations going on with the Port of LA and Long Beach. So who knows what'll happen with that. And there are weather events. After all, let's just talk about the Southwest debacle. It was more than weather, it was a systems failure as well. So there are plenty of disruptions going on that lead to inflationary pressures because if you lack the supply, the price goes up. In addition to inflation, we do have recessionary trends happening because the Federal Reserve, for example, has been increasing interest rates for most of the year and has been increasing them quite steadily. So that's made the price of housing less affordable. And so people are starting to cut back and worry about recessionary trends. Definitely I see that happening in especially building products manufacturers as an example. With that said though, one of the reasons that they're doing that is that they want to create less jobs, in quotes. Of course, who wants to create less jobs? But in essence, that's what they want to do to curtail the inflationary pressures going on. However, if you look at the statistics, we have actually 1 million less people in the workforce post-pandemic than we did before the pandemic. So, less jobs, we already have less jobs. So that's the problem we're in. And that's because of the great resignation, people leaving the workforce due to COVID and all sorts of other reasons. So we have a set of circumstances that's going to lead to significant volatility, inflationary trends, recessionary trends, unrest, weather events, and other problems. So is it all hopeless? No. In fact, there's going to be more opportunity than ever before, except for perhaps during the Great Depression, to succeed and to secure your position in the marketplace than has been in most of our lifetimes. And why is that? It's because companies are, going to have to step up to the plate. And a lot of folks are just, family business owners are retiring. Companies are getting absorbed and purchased. And the successful ones are the ones who are investing, are thinking ahead, are looking at reshoring, nearshoring, friendly shoring, looking at different suppliers, reevaluating their supply base, looking at their use of technology, and looking at their human capital and talent and figuring out the best path forward. So those are the ones that are going to be successful. So you need to do all of those pieces. And there's two other things that I would throw out there that we'll talk about in the next supply chain chats. And that is get on top of using the best practices for inventory management. There are widespread articles on our website, LMA Consulting Group, about that topic, and it will help you free up cash so you can be successful It'll help you improve your service levels. The other is cost reduction, but thinking about reducing cost while improving service and improving product performance and improving your position in the marketplace. How do you make that a win-win-win? I will talk about that in my next supply chain chats when we talk about an example from my prior working life when I was a vice president of operations for a company. So join us on our next supply chain chats.